Jacob pulled Charlie over, and said in a panic, "This is my rich son-in-law. Do you know how much he has? Don't say just 5 million, even 50 million is nothing. It's nothing for him to pay at once. Talk to him. I have something to do, let's go now." After that, Jacob pushed Charlie in, turned his head, and ran out. Charlie looked dumbfounded. This old master is too shameless. This is a clear plan to let him be a scapegoat. Liang Yun looked at Charlie and asked coldly, "This gentleman, a total of 5.38 million is due. Are you swiping your card or transferring money?" Charlie spread his hands. "I have no money." He was not unable to afford it but wanted to teach the old master a lesson so that he would not be able to come to Antique Street every day. "No money?" Liang Yun gritted his teeth. "You smashed our most precious thing. Do you think you can leave without money, just by hiding your assets?" Charlie said helplessly, "I didn't want to hide anything, but I really don't have any money. Besides, I didn't smash your bottle. Why should you make me pay?" Liang Yun was out of luck. "Isn't that your father-in-law?" Charlie nodded. "There you go, it's my father-in-law, not me. Whoever smashed it, find him to pay for it." Liang Yun was annoyed for a while, but what Charlie said also made sense. He couldn't help but ask him to pay compensation, otherwise, the signboard of Ji Qingtang would be ruined. So he hurriedly blurted out to a few people around him, "You guys, hurry up and get me back that old guy." Charlie watched them chasing the old master in a hurry, and he laughed and said nothing. In fact, he could just swipe his card to pay the money, but then, wouldn't it be cheaper for his shameless old master? Instead of that, it's better to let this old guy suffer. Otherwise, if he encounters such a thing again in the future, he will cheat him shamelessly again. All Ji Qingtang's people were dispatched and they all went to catch Mr. Jacob. Charlie was fine on his own, so he looked at the broken bottle on the ground. The bottle is about half a meter high, and now it has broken into 2 halves and a pile of fragments, which is really a pity. However, he suddenly noticed that something seemed to be hidden at the bottom of the lower half of the bottle. He hurriedly reached in and took out a small wooden box. Unexpectedly, there is such a mystery in this bottle. The shape of the bottle has a small mouth and a big opening. The wooden box is obviously 2 or 3 times larger than the mouth of the bottle. It seems that this was not stuffed in the later stage, but when the bottle was made, the wooden box was used directly. The box is made in. In this way, this wooden box should have been left by the Thompson dynasty too. He took the wooden box in his hand and looked at it carefully, then with a little force, he opened the wooden box with a snap. As the wooden box opened, an extreme fragrance suddenly escaped, and Charlie took a sip, only feeling refreshed. Take a closer look. Inside the wooden box lies an ancient book that is not as big as a palm. Charlie picked up this very pocket-sized ancient book and saw 4 ancient seal characters written on the title page of the Zhuxuan Tianjing. This name is a bit interesting, I don't know what it is. Charlie opened the book and looked at it. The first one is the medical technique, which records a large number of cases and treatment methods. Charlie frowned slightly. He had also been in contact with traditional medicine and knew some basic theories of traditional medicine, but the content recorded in this book was obviously much better than the methods used in traditional medicine today. Some methods of diagnosis and treatment are unheard of. Even at the end of the medical technique chapter, Charlie also saw alchemy, the effect of some pills, which is simply beyond the real knowledge of society. Charlie became interested and sat on the ground, constantly flipping. Unexpectedly, in the 9 profound Sky Sutras, there are also the contents of feng shui fortune-telling, as well as various magical methods such as treasure inspection and restoration, in addition to many other strange things. Charlie looked at it for a long time, only to feel that every word in the book was digging into his mind. His heart was like boiling water. This is a peerless treasure.